One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Mighty Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Air Force Falcons and the Army Black Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, Coach Munkin told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand
This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. On the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for the edge. He'll keep it on second down. And he had no option on that with defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Mighty Stadium on this third down. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Calls his own number. Crosses the 30. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guys
turning on the Jets. Just making a huge play, and he sets them up all the way down at the 14.
Well, if you're going to have success running a toss play like that to the left, you've got to be able to seal the defense on the end of the line of scrimmage, blocking. They did just that, and there was so much space for that ball carrier to go.
And the Falcons will have it 1st and 10. Here, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's got him in the flat. At the 35, he's loose. Racing down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Air Force.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say,
no reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Changing the routes with his receivers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Quarterback will keep it. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Finds his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, that's about as risky as he can get as a head coach. Early in the game, 4th down, deep in your own end, and you go for it. Nice job, offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Caught. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defenses understand I got to take away my throwing lanes and then react to that running back. What does the QB do? Checks the ball down, thinks his running back can make the play in space. The defense says absolutely not. Breaks on the football, gets him down on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. Searching for space. He was working his way toward mid. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. He's changing the play. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to establish the run. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Touchdown Falcons. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next play.
And the Air Force offense ready to take over. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Mosley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Myers on the move. And he avoids the sack.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. A designed run for the quarterback. He will be stopped. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Couldn't get it out of the... 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
The Falcons decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. He'll get it up to about the 44. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can... And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big... Game is tied. Just a few minutes to play, and we'll see if this defense can stop a scoring drive. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The pressure was rising. Drama. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now on the move. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. That holding call backs them up 10. It's now 1st and 20. looking to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking for a man. It's Luck. Setting up the screen. At the 45 on his way. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Out wide left, it's Lanier. At the 20, he's got space. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Well, that is exactly what you want to see by the wide receiver in this situation of the game. 2-minute, you're down in possession, no timeouts, so you have got to be able to get first downs to stop the clock or get out of bounds, and the receiver knew exactly what to do.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Falcons. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
But you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliant. Making plays and taking the lead late in this ballgame.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. And how about that for a capper, the likely game winner in the waning moments. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be